We are in the production facility for Pyradym. It's just a small shop. We're self-contained. Most of the engineering is done in my home office. We employ what is known as an all-up testing situation here, whereas all of the individual circuit boards are assembled and tested and burned in, so that when they go into each of the instrument cabinets, there are less likelihood of that there's going to be a field failure, because we've thoroughly tested all of these individual components and then done extensive testing on the system as a completed unit. One of the main components of the Pyradym instrument is this. This is the power supply board. This is a linear power supply design. It's very different than a lot of typical power supplies of electronic appliances in this era of switching power supplies. This is a very old, venerable design methodology. The reason being is that switching power supplies that are typically employed in computers and televisions and pretty much every other kind of electronic appliance that you can name create quite a bit of back EMF and electromagnetic interference that radiates out into the general area. Linear power supply designs don't do that. They've been around for a long time. They used to go into old radios and things of that nature. One of the interesting things about this power supply design is that there's actually the employment of Reiki symbology, which is used on every circuit board that goes into Pyradym. And there's also some Egyptian biogeometry that's embedded right into the copper of the board. Egyptian biogeometry is an extension of an ancient technology that was pioneered or more recently in 19th century France, and it's known as radioesthesia. And moving into the earlier part of the 20th century, it was sort of set aside because as electronic components became a little more sophisticated, these practices were no longer employed. They kind of thought it was a little too esoteric. But there is a good foundation for the concept of using shape to control electromagnetic activity.